Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about three major signs that a woman is wearing a masculine mask. So what do I mean by masculine mask in first place, right? So let's break that down a little bit. So a masculine mask in context of a woman is similar to a woman who is primarily running on masculine energy overdrive. So this is someone that, or this is a woman that in every situation, she feels the need to always be in her masculine energy, even when it's not required. And as part of that need, there is a fear behind that if she does remove the masculine mask, then she may be perceived as someone who is weak or vulnerable. So that's what I mean by a masculine mask. Now, it's a beautiful thing to embrace both your masculine and your feminine energy as a woman. Where it becomes problematic is when you start to disassociate yourself from your femininity and you feel comfortable or you feel valuable only in your masculine energy. So that's where things start to get a little hazy, and hence the need to always have on that mask so people can appreciate you and value you. So if you're a woman who's watching this video and you're wondering, am I in this situation? So I'm going to give you three signs, right? The very first obvious one is that you cannot receive things. And by things, I mean anything. Compliments, gifts, people doing things for you, people wanting to help you, you cannot receive. If somebody walks up to you and says, hey, can I help you carry your grocery? Your first question is, no, thank you. Or, oh, I've got it. Or, oh, I don't need that help. Or, oh, I can do it myself. Or, I can do that, right? That's your fun. And for me, I still remember there was it's like years ago, but each time I remember it, I laugh. So I remember when I was in that state, wearing this mask and just moving primarily in my masculine energy, I went grocery shopping, and a friend of mine called me. I was like, oh, I'm in the area. Do you want me to come help you with your grocery and things like that? Before he could finish, I just jumped in and said, no, thank you, I can do it myself. And as I said that, I noticed that he laughed. And for me, it wasn't funny because I'm like, what's funny, right? But now, in years later, when I remember it, I understand why he laughed, right? Because when you're in that state, you're like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. You cannot slow down enough to be in your femininity and receive help from other people. So that is one of the major signs. All right, so the next sign is that in all your relationships, because you're showing up primarily as the masculine person, you're going to notice that you will be chasing things. You would be chasing people. You would be the one running after people. And the right term that I'm actually looking forward to, there's a term that isn't coming to mind, but essentially you would be the chaser. You would be the one running after people, right? Because that's a part of masculinity, is it does things, right? And not afraid to do things. You have to run after and chase the thing that you're looking for. Now, the caveat here is that this does not mean that if you are like you are in the process of looking for a job, like you don't run after, or not run after, but you don't apply for jobs. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a different context. What I'm saying here is that you are the one that is going after, doing things for people, trying to impress people, trying to win people. Essentially, you're the performer. Okay, you're the performer. You're the one that typically talks more. You're the one that, especially if your personality is not extroverted, or you're not someone who chats a little bit. When you're in that masculine energy, you're going to be the one that overdoes the talking, right? So you do things. There's a word. There's a word I'm trying to communicate, but it's just not coming out. Okay. Yes, let's just, you know what? You're the chaser, right? So putting in the action. Yes. You're putting more action in the context of the relationship, whatever relationship it is. And you're the one that's making sure that, things are done. And that's not a bad thing, especially if you are in the right context, right? You're at work or you're in business. That's not bad. But in certain kinds of relationships, that may not be appropriate, right? So yes, typically if you're in that state where you're the one always doing the things, taking the lead is the word I was looking for. Yes. Taking the lead. So you're always the one taking the lead on things in every situation. You're the first one that directs people. Let's do this, let's do that. You're the one that is following up and just essentially just being that masculine alpha presence in a specific relationship. If you notice that you're the one who's always doing that, the most likely you are wearing a masculine mask. All right, the third situation that is very common amongst my lady friends is that especially in business and the corporate world, is that you're going to notice that you will struggle with allowing you to feel your emotions. You will struggle with just being able to express the way that you're feeling as it is happening. You will notice that you feel the need to constantly put up a front of, I'm so strong and things like that. I'm strong, independent woman, things like that. That would be the front that you would be wearing because you don't want to be perceived as weak. You don't want to be perceived as soft, right? You want people because you think that people would not respect you. So you feel like you have to put up that front, that tough exterior, like don't mess with me kind of thing, because you think it would bring respect to you. That's probably one of the reasons why that happens, right? There are other reasons, but that's probably why. So yes, if you notice that you cannot express you cannot feel and express your emotions as they're happening. And a caveat to this does not mean emotional outbursts. Absolutely not, right? Emotional intelligence, if you watch my other videos, I teach emotional control. But as a woman, we go through a lot of emotions, right? Our cycle and things like that. And part of wearing a mask is that you don't want people to know that you're experiencing whatever it is you're experiencing, and so you just block it out and you stop feeling things. So essentially you become numb in your body and you don't feel your body at all. When you go through a situation, you're just like right? I remember, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should tell the story. Okay, let's do it. Oh, it's slightly a little bit, okay, let's do it. So I remember when I was in that state, and when I see like feminine women who are like enjoying the moment and just having fun and doing things like that, they would irritate me because I would be like, what is wrong with this woman? Right? And I'm glad that I had the privilege of being triggered by this woman, because there was something in me that wanted that, but I didn't know how to express it because my body was numb. And so the first emotion that came out was irritation and just, it's like, ew, what is wrong with this? Can't you be serious, right? So yeah, so that's that's one of the symptoms, and that's one of the signs I think that should be a number 4. That should be a number 4, right? Because the fourth one is feminine women are going to trigger you. They will trigger you because a part of you is calling out to that, but you don't know how to reach out to that because you've blocked it off in your body. So I actually signed up for 3 reasons, so we'll make it 4. So yes, so those are my top 4 reasons that if you are wearing a masculine mask, you would notice that you tend to experience as a woman. So I'm going to do a follow-up video into the effects of wearing a masculine mask in your life. What are some of the effects? We'll talk about that. But before I end this video, I wanted to just kind of give a word of encouragement. So if you do figure out that you are wearing a mask and you've been wearing a mask your whole life, it can be it can be tough to, and can be hard to acknowledge that and own it. But the fact that you're watching this video and you're watching it till this time, yes, it means that you have already started owning it. So good job. And I promise you, as you continue to do the work to heal the part of you that feels the need to wear that mask, once you do your healing and you embrace yourself as the beautiful woman that you are, your life will change for the better. Your life will change for the better. So take it easy with yourself. Be empathetic to you, be kind to you, take care of you, and love you the best way that you know how. Other than that, ladies, I will see you in my next video.